Hi everyone, so we're going to be looking at how we can set up a Swift project, but I'm also going to show you how you can use DeepSeek to help you with your coding, so you're not just trying to memorize and read documentation, but you can use some sort of AI tool to help you figure out how to find the code or figure out code a lot faster. So here, for example, we got the application, we got whatever text here, and then we got two buttons. So let's say I want to go to the home page, and then you can see here I get some sort of message here on the home page, and then here, about page, hello from content view. So what it's doing is this text here, hello from content view, it's green, but then here, hello from content view, it's the same message, but they're just being passed over from this main page here. So I'm just going to show you how you can pass values over to another page, but you can still decorate the text and do whatever you want with the text. So it's just a way of passing over values. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be opening up Xcode, and I'm going to be creating a brand new project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be opening up Xcode, and I'm just going to be creating a brand new project for us to start from scratch. So let's create new project. I'll make sure it's iOS, app, and then next, and then I'll just call it, let's call it passing, I'll put it passing values between pages, and just leave the team as none, organization identifier, it's not that important right now, but I'll put my YouTube channel name, and then interface, Swift, language, Swift. So now I'm going to click next. Everything else doesn't really matter right now. I'm just going to try and make it as simple as possible. I'm going to save on my desktop, create it, and we got our simple project here set up now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make the main page first, so it is the content view page first, and I'm just going to also use DeepSeek here so we could see how we could use AI to help us with creating the app, because I think that is actually more important than actually learning how to memorize all these things. So for these applications, we want to create, so we still want the VStack, that's fine, with some sort of image. I'll just make this heart.fill, and that looks good, and I'll just put developer resources. And what I want to do, let's say I want to set up 2 pages, so I could also ask DeepSeek. I could be like, I would like to be able to pass over a pass over some text to the about and home page. There should be 2 buttons on the content view, and then I could just copy this, paste it over, and let's see what it gives us. So here we can see that it's telling us in the content view we want to pass over some sort of text. So I can copy this, copy, and this is going to go in the content view. Okay, so it's not that great at copying. At state private var pass text, and then I'll make it a string, and then I'll say subscribe to developer resources, and then that should be good. And then what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be able to create under this image. I want to be able to pass over some sort of values. So from that message, the message is what should be passing it over. I don't want to enter the text. For right now I want that message in the private var to be passed over to the other two pages. So sometimes DeepSeek just kind of goes with whatever. So you have to be really specific on what exactly you want it to do. So what I'll do is see if it could give me some navigation link. Okay, and I need to, because it's saying that the about view and the home view is on the same page, but that's not what I want. So please make the home view and about view its own page/file. Because we want to make sure that it's all in its own separate components. So now we'll see what it gives us. So we got the about view, home view, content. So let's see if it's able to give us the right thing here. Current message to pass. This is actually not that important. This is kind of just displaying it on the page. I guess we could add it if we want to. I'll put it actually under the VStack here. And this, let's see, text, message, var, it's going to be pass text. And it's going to say subscribe to developer resources. Okay, we know what's being passed over. And then here, okay, it depends. Horizontal, if we want to have the two buttons side by side, we could do that. So if I just copy this and I put that underneath, now I need to make the about and homepage view. So here on the left side, I can create a new empty file and I'll just say about view. And then the next one will be the home view. Okay, so we got those two. Now I need to make sure I set up the about view page because there's nothing inside. That's why we have that error. So I'm going to copy what's here. I could just paste it and let's see if anything shows up here. And this won't be received message. We're calling it past text. Past text. Past text. Okay, and we just need to fix that later. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the about view. I'll just put this as, I could leave that as the receive. I want to keep it the same, like that, and pass text. Passing value between pages. And what I think would be better is, so we got the about view. So here's where it's a little bit, this is too complicated. It should actually just be preview, about view, past message or past text, and then let's put a sample message here. So when we're running this page, at least we get some sort of sample being passed over. About view. Failed. Okay, about view, view, let past text, past text, and okay, so this should be past text. Okay. Here, let's see if it's going to pass it over now. Passing value. Failed to build the scheme. Passing value between pages. Okay. So let's try to debug this. Okay, it's because of the home page. So home page view, let's finish the home page view. Here, what we could do is we can actually have the same structure as this page. I'm just going to copy it over from there, and then I'll have the home view, and I'll change that to home page, home, and then home view. Alright, perfect. So we got the about page sample message here, about view, about page sample message here. Okay, nice. And I'm just going to click this play button, and hopefully this will open up a mobile app. So here, I got this iPhone 16 Pro that opens up. And if I go to the content view, it should have buttons, 2 buttons on there. So let's see if that opens up. Okay, it's loading. And you can see it's just showing up in this kind of like crosses. It's just that we didn't set up an actual image for our specific app, but we can get into that in a future video. For now, I'm just waiting for this to open up. Let me try stopping and rerunning this again. Okay, so we should be getting this. So it looks like that one does work, and I'm just trying to see why it's not opening up here. If I click on it, okay, so it looks like it's opening up. It was just lagging, so now it just started opening up a bunch of stuff here. Let's see what happens here. Okay, it works now. I think it was just having some issues because I clicked the play button maybe too many times, but you can see here it opened up on our device here as well on our desktop. If I go to About page, let's see, click on that. Is it laggy here a little bit? Might be. Click on this home button, go back. Let's see if I go back here. Seems like it's just being extremely laggy. So I'm just going to stop running this. And I'll run it one more time here. So now the app opens up like it should. About page. Okay, so since we're having this issue, this is a good time to see, instead of just looking here and debugging it, we could also just see based on why it's not clicking. It's not clickable and not changing pages. So let's ask DeepSeek, why is the buttons not navigating to the About or Home page? Okay, so it looks like it's missing a navigation stack. Okay, that makes sense. So if we look at this, we got a V stack, but even though it's in the view, we need a navigation stack, so that is the main thing that's missing. So here, we can copy that navigation part right there, and then we can scroll down. Just need to add one more bracket. I'm gonna make sure the bracket's on its own line, and that looks good. So now let's try stopping this, and let's rerun it here. And I'll try it here, see if it works. Nope, this is just content view, so let me see on this virtual device, About page, nice. So it goes to subscribe to developer resources, and then the home page says subscribe to developer resources. And this is the text that's coming from here that we have set up as a past text. It's coming from our context view, which is this main page here. And you can see here that this past text, if I just copy and find past text, you can see it's being used here as just a preview, and then also it's being used right here. We're passing it over into this About view and also the Home view. And if I go to the About view, it's being added on to this past text, which is then used here to that page that's receiving the text. So then we're able to see it on the other pages that is being created. And here, the reason why, if we go to our About view in Xcode right now, it says sample message here. It's because we have a preview set up. So instead of this actually functioning directly within the application, because we're not actually, this part is not actually running the application, it's just seeing that page. What we can do is we can just set up preview text, preview stuff just for that one page. And then when we actually run the device, that's when we actually see this text that's being passed over. So if I go to the home view now, you can see it should say sample message here in Xcode, which is correct. And since this is home view, this should be home view as well. Home view. I could also put number 2, just so we know it's different. But anyways, we can see now that this home page is going to use that past text. It's going to use it right here to that received message, which is showing up on our home page now. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this was helpful for you. And if you have any other tips and tricks on how to pass over values, make sure you leave your comments down in the description box below.